Hey, Alex.
Hey, Colin.
You know that blind trust?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that's not blind.
Yeah, the one that's not blind at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's less blind than we thought, in fact. So, first, a little bit of backstory on the story that this is surrounding. So, in order for security for Donald Trump,
Yep.
the Secret Service wants to. I don't know if they've officially announced that they're going to yet. Rent out an entire floor of Trump Tower.
Okay.
Let's be honest, it's reasonable, right? Like, they need space for equipment and everything.
I'm sure Secret Service rented out places for Obama too.
Yeah. So that's not abnormal at all. Joe Biden rented out a cottage to the Secret Service for security reasons. What is different is the price.
Yeah.
A floor of Trump Tower can cost up to $1.5 million a year.
Okay.
So this obviously raised some questions like, hey, is this just going to go straight into Donald Trump's pocket?
I'm sure it's not.
It's not. It's going straight into Donald Trump's pocket when he gets out of office.
So this is a $6 million check to Donald Trump that's like, well, don't cash it until 2020.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Because he put his businesses in a blind trust, including, his hotel in Washington, D.C., also in the same trust. And there is one beneficiary to that trust, and that is Donald Trump.
Donald Jr., right?
No. Donald Sr., in fact.
His conduct at this point is laughable. I mean,
it's like, hey, fuck America, right? Like, I don't need to follow corruption laws.
I wish I had a calculator on me. I'd like to be able to tell you exactly how much you're paying for Donald Trump's hotel.
So every business that is in that trust that Donald Trump can now unfairly, profit off of, and say that he's not profiting off of it because it's in a blind trust, he's actually profiting off of it. Majorly. Bigly.
Here's my thought process on this. So you own this property, right?
Yeah.
And you're also...
I'm renting this one, actually.
Oh, shut up. You're also... Donald Trump owns Trump Tower in New York, which is where they're trying to rent out space from.
Yes.
And he also lives in the White House, but he intends on spending lots of time in New York, which, I get it. I'm sure Obama spent time in Chicago. I'm sure Bush spent time on the ranch. I know he spent time on the ranch.
Yeah, Bush spent
more time in the ranch.
Months at a time on the ranch.
Bush really wasn't a president either. So,
well, neither is Trump.
That's what I'm saying.
Did you see the Time magazine cover? with the human pepperoni pizza?
The human pepperoni pizza. Wow. We are going to get droned down someday. But, so he owns Trump Tower, and he's staying at the White House, but he intends on staying in New York as well, and he's, his wife and his son Barron are...
And in Florida from time to time.
In New York, yeah, in Mar-a-Lago. But if you own the place, and it's going to cost the government this much money, and you've already, quote, said that you're not going to take the salary for being the president because you really want to do this to make America great again, right?
I don't buy it, by the way. He's got to be taking the salary.
I'm sure, but if you're going to...
under the table, he's just like, yeah, give me the money.
I'm sure, but if you're going to say that and you really want to do this because you want to make America great again, you think that you're the person that can...
Or it's just a way to get taxes.
If you want to make the country great again, and if you want to work for the people that voted for you, donate 4 years' worth of rent for a Trump Tower. If that's what needs to happen, do it.
Dude, he claims to be a billionaire. $6 million.
Tremendous
not
success.
Not that much money to a billionaire.
Tremendous success. Enormous wealth.
He claims to be a billionaire, right? Okay, maybe he is, maybe he isn't. He's going to be by the time he gets out of office.
Trillionaire. He might be the world's first trillionaire.
Actually,
Bill Gates hasn't hit it yet.
Bill Gates is on the way, though.
Yeah, but
okay,
give this guy some time.
I'm not convinced he even has $1 billion yet. But if you're a billionaire, $6 million, not that much money.
So
Just fucking let the Secret Service stay there. They're there to protect your life. And your kid's life. And your wife's life.
who refuses to move to Washington, D.C.?
For the stupidest reason. Do you know why they're staying in New York?
Because Barron has to finish.
Because Barron has to finish. It's not like there's not any good schools in the nation's capital, right? It's not like they could be homeschooled.
What you don't... Well, first off, there's no way that Barron Trump would ever be homeschooled. It's school for... I'm sure school for the Trump family was a symbol of status.
Oh, I'm sure. But, like...
And also,
what really think... I just want to know, what did Obama do with his daughters? How'd they get at school?
Well, I'm pretty sure they flew from Chicago into the D.C. airport, right? And then, and then they took a, like, the president's motorcade from the airport.
Well, Daddy got a new job. It's time to move.
Yeah. And they took that from the airport to the White House, right?
Yeah.
And then they had their things brought to the White House. And then they took rooms in the White House.
Probably by military personnel.
And they slept there.
Yeah.
And they went to school in D.C. because, Dad got a new job. And it's time to move.
Did they go to school in D.C., though? Or were they homeschooled by, like, White House staff?
Kellen, if they were homeschooled by White House staff, they were going to school in D.C. Come on.
Well, that's true, but, like...
That's what I was saying.
But, I mean, like, they weren't going to fucking D.C. public school.
No, they definitely weren't going to public school. Obama's too rich for that. Guaranteed.
Well, I mean, he was the president. He's making $400,000 a year.
Yeah, and he was also, taking, Wall Street money and military industrial money and lobbyist money and donate. And
Not
donation.
while he was in office, though.
Oh, come on.
While he was campaigning to be in office.
Come on.
No. I'm pretty sure if fucking...
He wasn't nearly as stupid as Bush, and he wasn't nearly as corrupt as Trump, but you got to know that the dude is getting some money.
If fucking Boeing wrote him a $1 million check while he was in office, I'm sure we would have heard about it.
Oh, I don't think... I mean, there are rules for what the president can and can't take, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But he was coasting off of that money.
He was coasting off, I'm the president.
That's true. He was coasting off, I'm the president. Anyway, so yeah, it's ridiculous. He won't, he obviously doesn't care about you. He's willing to, actually funnel your tax dollars into his pocket, because that's what this is. They're taking the money that comes out of your check, and they're just giving it to him a couple years later.
Yeah. It's a $6 million check.
It's a for-profit presidency.
And if he gets reelected, it's a $12 million check.
When he gets reelected. Come on, Colin. Make America great again.
Is America great again yet?
America will... With this man in office, America cannot be great.
All right.
And at that, we will see you in the next video.